Not a fan of natural light, but I'll use it. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Monkey Shine Lab. This is something that Andre sent out in a box. It is a 4-pack of Marvel comics. It is a mystery what they are. So I figured let's end this mystery and find out what's in here. Also, because the bag is really disgusting. We already knew on the cover there was a Warren Ellis and episode or issue of Moon Knight. This is number 6. It's from 2014. We have an all-new X-Men. The issue number 27, penned by Bendis. Also a 2014 issue. An Avengers with Hyperion. Okay. And then Cataclysm, the Ultimates, with Galactus on the cover. Looks interesting. This is issue number 2. And Galactus has a death grip on Miles Morales there. Kind of interesting. Cataclysm, the Ultimate's Last Stand. So this is Cataclysm Part 2. All I'd have to do is find Part 1 and however many parts it went on till. But that looks interesting because I do like Miles Morales and I don't really have a lot of Spider-Man that comes from that era yet. But anyway, those 4. That's pretty cool. I will probably trade in the X-Men because I just don't really collect X-Men anymore. I've got some really good stuff from the 80s and 90s, but you know, and I'll probably get rid of this Moon Knight too. I'm not a big mooner. But anyway, we'll see what kind of store credit these can pull in for me. Let's see. Anyway, that's that segment. Let's do something different. Oh. My beard looks terrible. I slept nary a wink. Things digging into my hip. It is not beginning well, folks. Welcome back to Monkey Shine Lab. If you are visiting us for the first time, we do lots of things around here, seemingly in the same clothing. I don't even know what that means. But I'm going to take this huge stack of comic books over to the good folk at Radar and see what they are going to turn around and give me in store credit. I've kind of talked about this recently, before, you know, yesterday, if you were watching. I talked about the fact that if you're going to invest, then get into a 401k plan, you know. Get into, if you want your money to grow, get into illegal gambling before you get into comic books and collectibles as a stable form of investment. I would go, in fact, so far as to say that my wife is correct, that investing in crystal structures like they sell at rock shops is a better investment than comic books. So I'm gonna kind of show you what this full stack of somewhat worthwhile books will actually pull me in a trade-in, just as a sort of a scientific example. Okay, and there's, like I said, I did cover price checks on all of them. I did Google searches on all of them to see what they were worth in general before bringing them over to the shop. So I've got a basic idea of what each issue is, and to tell the truth, the ranges I found were almost of no help on any of this, so I don't know what they'll end up doing. I believe that the formula that they are following currently at a lot of trade-ins is to give you basically about a quarter of the book's open market value. So if you were to sell it on Etsy, eBay, or the like, and deal with all of the shipping and all of the communication and all of the possible rejection that a collector crowd might give you on a given thing, whether it's a comic book or an action figure or anything that would be considered quote-unquote in box or mint. People who buy things of that nature with those types of descriptions on them, they have a certain expectation. I'm placing what that actually means below me on the screen now. Anyway, I'm headed... Look, here's the benefit of dealing with a store. You are not going to get the full value of your books, but you're also not having to deal with personalities and shipping and just plain having the book sit around until it finds a buyer. I've been watching several collections on Marketplace and a few other places to see whether or not it's going to be worth my while to try to go talk turkey with some of these people. You know, I've been waiting to see if the book is getting any interest, while the collection of books is getting any interest. People are doing a lot of that piling up things and putting like a couple of good books on the top. It's old vending machine ideology. You make it seem as though what you are going to obtain through this buy is going to be worthwhile. But I will show you now, and I guarantee that when you see a couple of issues on top that you actually would value, there's a ton of books in that box that's going to end up getting you, honest to gosh, 25 cents on the dollar. So it's going to get you 25 cents. Because the concept is that even if they put a book in the bin at $1, at some point it has the possibility of selling. So, and again, that's easier for a store to do, have it as part of their stock, versus you sitting around and having it taking up space in your long or short boxes, which is, by the way, quickly becoming valuable real estate itself, which is why I'm pulling a bunch of these books, honestly, is to get some space back in my storage boxes. I don't want to buy more right now because the market is like $10 a box delivered to your house and all, but that's a retail purchase. It really is. $10 for a cardboard box with a top on it? Nope. I will figure out some sort of recyclable or alternative route to spending that much. By the way, if you're looking for decent comic boxes, some of the food services like Imperfect Foods, if you home order groceries from those discount services that are basically, selling you reject fruit, but it's just fine. It's just it didn't make a buyer's specification for purchase for retail, right? So they get these Imperfect Foods and they ship them to you. The boxes that Imperfect Foods ships in a lot of the time are sort of close to a comic box size, and so if you are utilizing services like that, or you know somebody who is, ask them if you can have their boxes. And here's my pledge to y'alls is to honestly, we've got to come up with a storage alternative. And I've thought about this too. I've thought about making like some comic book bins in my garage, like just pounding them together out of 2x4s and sheetrock, making them the right size and finishing them out. I've considered, lots of different ideas for storing my ever-burgeoning book vault. But in this case, I'm just going to do the right thing, which is to cruise through my books, find a bunch of stuff that I was saying, why am I holding on to this in any way, shape, or form? I don't intend on collecting this series. And let's turn them in and see what I can turn around and get, which I'm going to predict is probably 2 or 3 books of decent quality. But again, I've cleared out a dozen books, which I will not read. I don't really value. Someone will find them who will value them. And I'll have a couple of issues that I do want to read, and I do want to share with my grandkids, and I do want to pass on. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to pass on, especially when I'm behind the wheel. But I would like to, at an appropriate time, be able to bestow this ever blossoming collection of mine on family members who will then care for it. I'll leave you boys to fight that out later in life. In my will, there are Godzilla comics, which are worth absolutely nothing. I just saw a crane standing on the side of the road. Like the bird. Didn't know we had those here. Especially on the highway. Anyway, coming up to Market Street, I would like to, again, I'd like to put a nice shout out to all of the good folk who work at Radar Toys, 1440 Lancaster Drive, Northeast, here in Salem, Oregon. Let's go inside. So, I went into Radar and let Jonah go through those books. They gave me approximately what I figured, because there were a dozen books there, and some of them were anywhere from, some of them were, $9 if I wanted to sell them myself. So I got $10 for the whole stack. And then I pulled a stack, but turned issues that I did not want into issues that I do want. So in addition to some new stuff, found some more 90s Avengers and stuff like that. I'll show them to you when we get home. Let's go on a toy hunt though, since we're out. Why not, right? Because when I get home, it's all laundry and taking care of cat boxes and stuff. Yeah, the life of a YouTuber. It's red hot. Let's go. By the way, today's in-flight music is provided by Rossini. Kind of digging on some choral work here today. Depression set in. Well, let's see what else we got. I do like this. And I do need one of these. Oh boy. That's real cute. Okay. So all this stuff is at Radar Toys. I just showed all that. They have all of that Jada stuff at Radar. Everything. Gooey Pokemons. Batman Beyond, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Still blowing these out at $6. Oh, I'm so tempted to take that and modify the Dr. Doom to look right and good. All right. Yes. Just really surprising, isn't it? Man, I thought those Ken Shamrocks would have gone. Shawn Michaels, too. And as Andre so succinctly stated to me in a text, nobody wants Ultimate Warrior, dude. He was such a jerk. Okay, isn't that why you watch a wrestler, is for them to be jerks? Kinda. I don't know. What the hell is that? Moving on. Normally I don't deal with this part of Target, but this is cool. The Bon Scott. That's fantastic. And if you missed the last time I saw these this is Angus Young. It's just the two of them right now, but I would assume the rest of the band is coming out. That would be cool. Anyway, that's all I really see of interest. See anything else that you like, let me know. I will cover it in the future. Now we're talking. $4. That's clearance. Not a damn thing. Oh wait, did I see not a damn thing? Stars and Stripes. And of course the noisy cart, right on time. Let's see if there's anything else here that I missed the other day. Stewart on sale already. This dude is $10 on Amazon right now. I'm not going to start this segment by sighing out loud. Why do I do that? I'm so disgusted with myself. Let's just try this again. So that's what I found out there today. No Hot Wheels to be had yet. The truck supposedly came in, but still have seen nothing out of it. I'm going to sort of run the stuff by that I traded for today. And what you're gonna see is largely books from the 90s and 2000s and stuff, where again, I was dormant as a reader and a buyer of any of these stories. So when I got over there today, I pulled every issue of the Avengers almost that Jonah had set out. He's like, I just put those in the bin before you got here. And I said, yes, I had a premonition. Yeah. So I traded a bunch of books. There were some Dark Horse stuff, and if you know about these labels, it's kind of like DC or Marvel. Dark Horse is a respected label after all of these years. And there were some Image titles in there and a few other things. But you know, by and large, they were indie comics that I was not going to pursue. And so I turned it around into this bunch of Marvel that you're going to see here. Again, I took about this many books in, and after all was said and done, I only got $10 in store credit, so that should show you. And then I turned it around into what you're gonna see here. So if you haven't thought about subscribing, please do so. Consider it over the next couple of episodes, and if we deserve it, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there, hit that like button. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers so that we can get a couple of things unlocked here at YouTube. Monetization does not come at 500. We're just trying to get little features unlocked right now. So it's not like I'm begging you to please kind of put us into a new tax bracket. I'm just asking for you to up our status with the YouTube algorithm by subscribing. That's all you got to do, and it's free. If you don't know how to get an account here on YouTube, check it out. Just give them an email like any other streaming service, and then you can build a queue and interact with our other community members here on the channel. Anyway, thank you very much for coming out. Take a look at these Marvel books, though. Some folks may not value these, but I sure do. And I really value my friendship that is growing with the people at Radar Toys. Thank you very much. They're not giving me the inside pricing. They're not giving me anything in return for these times where I give them praise, people. I'm just doing it because I feel like somebody should. It's a good arrangement over there with some excellent employees. Anyway, that's what I got for you right now. you can stick around and watch the next episode, or if you like, go back into our back catalog. We have 2 seasons of material available to you, and we hopefully have made stuff that is kind of what they call evergreen material, meaning you can go back and watch it because it's not going to be something that you've seen in the past or will see in the future. It's all stuff that comes off the top of my head. You'll see my hair change. That's something right there. I've had some stupid haircuts in the last 2 years. Go check them out. Anyway, thank you very much, and we'll be back to you soon. By the way, everybody, think good thoughts for Rusty at Rusty's Garage, Australia. There are many big things happening for him this week, and I'm sure he will make public announcements on those things. But I wanted to have everybody in our audience think good thoughts for Uncle Rusty. Okay? We love you, Rusty and fam. What is it, Team Hamo? Oh, you folks and your awful singing. I'm kidding. I love your singing. We watch your videos. And we laugh and laugh. I just can't get out of this without putting my foot in my mouth. Take it easy, everybody. I'm gonna go do some housework. Got cat boxes, laundry. Maybe I'll just sit here for a while. No, I gotta go. I got things to do. Anyway, thanks, Radar Toys. We'll see you next time. Hey, one of you is gonna have to move. Come on. What's it gonna be?